Chosen ones, I need your full attention. This is not just another message. This is urgent. It's about to get real, and God has pressed on my spirit to warn you. As I sat in prayer, the Spirit revealed something to me so powerful, so undeniable, that I couldn't keep it to myself. This word isn't for everyone, but if you've been guided here, it's because this message is meant for you. Let me make this clear. What's coming will require your focus, your faith, and your preparation. But here's the good news. God has already equipped you for what's ahead. You may not see it yet, but by the end of this message, you'll understand exactly why the battle has been so intense, why things are shifting so rapidly, and how God is positioning you for a season that will change everything. Before we dive in, pause for a moment. If this resonates with your spirit, don't let this divine moment pass without action. Hit that like button. Every like sends this message further, reaching others who need to hear it. Subscribe to join our community of chosen ones walking in purpose and victory. Leave a comment. Type 77 to signal to the universe that you're ready to align with what's coming. And here's something crucial. Play this video on repeat. Let it play while you're working, resting, or even as you sleep. Every time you listen, the energy of this message will amplify, embedding itself deeper into your spirit. Listen again and again, and let God's word take root in your life. Have you ever wondered why the battle has been so intense? Why does it feel like every step forward is met with opposition? The truth is, this intensity is a sign of the breakthrough that's coming. Think about it. The enemy doesn't waste energy on someone who isn't a threat. The more you're pushed, the more resistance you feel, the closer you are to the victory God has promised you. The heaviness you've been carrying isn't a punishment, it's preparation. God is molding you, shaping you into the person who will rise to greatness. The battles, the struggles, and the chaos you've been facing are not random, they're purposeful. Every tear you've cried, every sleepless night you've endured is a step closer to your destiny. It's the pressure that refines you, strengthens your faith, and builds resilience. Imagine a diamond forming under extreme pressure. What is happening in your life right now is the refining process that will lead you to shine brighter than you ever have before. You might feel like giving up some days. It may seem like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But let me remind you, your breakthrough is closer than you think. In moments of intense struggle, remember that victory often comes right after the hardest trials. God is working behind the scenes, and soon the pressure will turn into an unstoppable force, bringing forth your breakthrough in ways you never imagined. The enemy's attacks have been relentless, haven't they? But let me tell you something crucial. The reason the enemy is fighting so hard is because he knows how close you are to victory. He is not attacking you out of coincidence. He's targeting you because you are a threat. He knows that your breakthrough is just around the corner, and if he can keep you distracted, discouraged, or defeated, he can delay your destiny. But here's the good news. His attempts are futile. Think about a dam holding back a river. For years, the water pushes and the pressure builds, but nothing seems to change. Then one day the dam cracks and the floodgates open, releasing an overwhelming force. That's what's happening in your life right now. The intensity you're facing is the pressure building up right before your breakthrough. Don't let the enemy distract you from the promise. Lift your eyes, focus on God's truth, and remember, the battle is already won. The enemy may seem strong, but you are stronger. With every attack, you are growing more resilient. With every challenge, your faith is being tested and refined. Soon you will emerge victorious, and when that moment comes, it won't just be for you. Your victory will inspire others. Your testimony will encourage those around you to hold on to faith, to trust in God's promises, and to believe in the power of resilience. The struggles you're facing right now are not meant to destroy you. In fact, they are preparing you for what's to come. Pressure is a powerful force. It shapes, molds, and refines us. God is not punishing you. He's preparing you for something far greater. Just like a potter molds clay with gentle yet firm pressure, God is shaping your character, your faith, and your purpose for the next season of your life. Every challenge you face is a lesson in patience and strength. Every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to grow stronger, to lean deeper into faith, and to discover the power that resides within you. You might not see it now, but everything you're going through is making you stronger, wiser, and more capable. You are being forged in the fires of adversity, and when you emerge, you will be unshakable. Think of a tree in winter, its branches bare, its leaves gone. It may appear lifeless, but in reality, it is simply preparing for new growth. That's where you are right now. What feels like loss is actually making room for something greater. Trust in the process. Trust that every hardship, every trial is preparing you for a season of incredible transformation and breakthrough. It can be overwhelming, can it? The weight you've been carrying may feel too heavy to bear. But let me remind you, you're not just carrying burdens, you're carrying destiny. The struggles you're facing are not there to break you. They are there to prepare you for the extraordinary purpose God has placed in your life. You are carrying something monumental, and though the pressure feels intense, it's a sign that God is about to do something magnificent through you. Every battle, every tear, every sleepless night is part of your divine purpose. You are being refined, strengthened, and equipped for a season of breakthrough. The enemy may try to convince you that you're not strong enough, that you can't handle what's coming. But don't listen to the lies. You have been handpicked for this moment, and you have the strength within you to carry the weight of your destiny. Imagine a warrior standing firm in the midst of a battlefield. Their armor is dented, their sword is heavy, but their stance is unshaken. That's you. Even when you feel battered and weary, you are standing strong in God's strength. You are equipped with everything you need to emerge victorious. You are not alone in this battle. Heaven is backing you up. The world around you may feel chaotic. It may seem like everything is falling apart, like the world is turning against you. But here's what I want you to remember. The key to overcoming the storm is focusing on God, not on the chaos. When you focus on the noise, the fear, and the opposition, you get distracted from the truth. But when you lift your eyes to God, when you focus on His promises, you find peace in the midst of the storm. Remember the story of Peter walking on water. As long as he kept his eyes on Jesus, he was able to do the impossible. But the moment he looked at the waves, he began to sink. This is your reminder. Don't let the chaos around you distract you from the God who has already won the victory. Trust in His plan, focus on His truth, and watch as He calms the storm in your life. No matter how fierce the battle may feel, God's peace is greater. His promises are unwavering. Focus on Him, and everything else will fall into place. Stand firm in faith and know that you are not walking this journey alone. The trials you've faced have revealed something incredible about you, your strength. Just like a diamond forms under intense pressure, your strength is being refined and revealed in the heat of the battle. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, to rise higher, and to prove to yourself and the world that you are capable of overcoming anything that stands in your way. It's easy to doubt yourself when the battle feels overwhelming. It's tempting to believe that you're not strong enough, that you can't keep going. But the truth is, you have within you a strength that comes from the Lord. His power is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel like you can't go on, that's when God's strength will carry you through. The enemy wants you to believe that you are weak, that you are defeated. But the truth is, your strength is being tested, and with every test, you're growing stronger. Soon you will stand tall, unshaken, and ready for the victory that's coming your way. Isn't it true that just before a breakthrough, the struggle seems the hardest? The weight feels unbearable, the obstacles seem insurmountable, and you wonder if you can make it through. But this is when breakthroughs often happen, right when you feel like giving up, when it seems like the battle is too much to handle. That's when God moves in and opens the floodgates of blessings. Think of a woman in labor. The pain is excruciating, and it feels endless, but she knows that with every contraction, she is closer to bringing new life into the world. This is where you are right now. The pain, the pressure, the difficulty you're facing, it's all a sign that your breakthrough is imminent. Don't give up. Hold on a little longer. What's coming will be worth every moment of struggle. Your breakthrough is not only for you, it will ripple through your family, your friends, and even your community. Your victory will inspire others to trust in God's timing, to hold on to faith, and to believe that their breakthrough is coming too. It's not uncommon to feel like things are falling apart. relationships, opportunities, even your sense of direction. It may seem like everything is shifting, but I want to tell you this. What you're experiencing is not a disruption, it's divine realignment. God is removing what no longer serves you, clearing the path for something greater. You may have felt the sting of loss, friendships that have faded, doors that have closed, but God is using this season to prepare you for something bigger. Just like a tree sheds its leaves in winter, the things you're losing are making space for new growth. Trust the process, even when it feels uncomfortable. God's realignment is for your good. In this season of transition, it's essential to stay open to change. Not everyone who starts the journey with you will go with you to the next level. Some people, some opportunities may have been part of the past season, but are not meant to walk with you into the future. Let go of the old and trust that God is bringing in new blessings that align with your true purpose. You are destined for greatness, but it requires you to refuse to settle for less than God's best for your life. So many times we settle for comfort, for what seems good enough, because we are afraid of what God has in store for us. But I want to challenge you today. Don't settle for anything less than the abundant life God has promised you. It's easy to get caught up in mediocrity, in staying where it's familiar and safe, but God is calling you to step out in faith, to pursue your dreams, and to believe that He has something better in store for you than you can imagine. Trust in His timing, trust in His plan. The best is yet to come. When you step into God's best, you will discover the fullness of your purpose. You'll experience joy, peace, and fulfillment in ways you've never known. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Trust in the divine promise that God is leading you to something far greater than you can comprehend. Step into your destiny today. Patience is one of the most powerful tools in your spiritual arsenal. Waiting on God's timing can be one of the hardest tests of faith, but it's also one of the most powerful. When we wait, we align ourselves with God's perfect plan, trusting that He knows the best timing for everything. God's timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't make sense to us. When we rush ahead, we risk missing out on the blessings He has in store. Trust the process. Trust that what's coming is better than anything you could have imagined for yourself. Remember, a seed takes time to grow into a mighty tree. In the same way, God is nurturing your growth, preparing you for the harvest. Don't give up during the waiting season. Be patient, for in due season, you will reap what you have sown. It's okay to feel doubt. Even the strongest believers face moments of uncertainty. But faith isn't about never doubting. It's about trusting God even when doubts arise. When you feel weak, when your faith falters, that's when you lean into God even harder. He is faithful to strengthen you when you feel like you can't go on. Doubt can be a tool for growth. It challenges your beliefs, deepens your understanding, and strengthens your trust in God's promises. It's in the moments of uncertainty that God shows Himself most faithful. Don't let doubt hold you back. Allow it to push you closer to God, knowing that He is with you even in the hardest moments. When doubt arises, remind yourself of the victories God has already brought you through. Let those memories fuel your faith and trust that He is with you every step of the way. Sometimes it's hard to see the bigger picture. We get caught up in the small details and the challenges right in front of us. But God sees the entire picture. He knows the beginning from the end. When you trust in His plan, even when you can't see how it will all come together, you align yourself with His will for your life. Trusting God means surrendering your understanding and embracing His. It means believing that He is leading you to exactly where you need to be, even if the journey looks different from what you expected. Trust that His plan is greater than your own. As you walk forward in faith, know that God is orchestrating every step of your journey. What you see now is only a small part of the masterpiece He is creating in your life. Trust the process and have faith in the plan that He has for you. The destination is important, but the journey is just as vital. Along the way, you are growing, learning, and becoming the person you are meant to be. Every step, every lesson, every challenge is preparing you for something greater. Embrace the journey even when it's hard. There will be moments of doubt, times when you want to give up, but these are the moments that shape you into who you are meant to be. God is with you in every step, and He is faithful to guide you through every challenge. Remember that the journey is part of the plan. When you look back, you'll realize that it wasn't just about reaching the destination. It was about the growth, the lessons, and the transformation that took place along the way. Trust in the journey, embrace each step, and watch how God uses each part of it to prepare you for the next level. You may be facing challenges right now, but I want to remind you of something powerful. Victory is already yours. God has already won the battle, and He has promised you the victory. Trust in His word. Trust in His power. You are not fighting this battle alone. No matter how intense the struggle, no matter how difficult the journey, know this: you are victorious. God is with you every step of the way, and His promises are sure. The victory you're waiting for is not in the future. It is already secured in the Spirit. So stand strong, chosen one. The battle is won. Your victory is on the way. Embrace it with faith, knowing that the best is yet to come. The struggle you're facing right now is not just a random event. It's shaping your future. Every challenge you encounter is a stepping stone toward becoming the person you are destined to be. You may not see it today, but every hardship you endure is preparing you for greatness. The pressure is refining you, just like gold in the fire. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's making you stronger and more resilient than you ever imagined. In the midst of your struggles, it's easy to feel defeated or question your path. But remember, it is often through our deepest struggles that we grow the most. Think about a seed breaking through the soil. At first, it fights its way to the surface, but in doing so, it is creating the foundation for its future growth. Similarly, every challenge is pushing you forward, even if you don't fully understand it yet. The greatest transformations happen when you refuse to give up during the toughest times. Every time you face adversity and choose to keep going, you are learning something vital about your own strength. God is using this season of struggle to equip you with the wisdom and fortitude needed for the calling ahead. You will look back one day and see that this was the moment that truly transformed you. Instead of running from your struggles, lean into them. Allow yourself to grow through each challenge. Your future self will thank you for the perseverance and faith you show in these moments. Trust that this struggle is only temporary, but the lessons it teaches you will last a lifetime. Sometimes the journey to success and fulfillment doesn't happen in giant leaps, but in small, consistent steps. It's the daily habits, the quiet persistence, and the steady effort that compound over time and create extraordinary results. Many people overlook the power of consistency, thinking that one big breakthrough is the key to success, but it's the consistent actions that build momentum toward your goals. The road to achieving something meaningful may seem long, and there may be days when you feel like nothing is changing. But don't be discouraged. Every small step you take is a victory in itself. The key is to stay consistent, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Trust that each effort is contributing to your future success, and in time, the seeds you've planted will grow into something beautiful. Think about the most successful people you know. Chances are, they didn't get to where they are overnight. It was their dedication to showing up every single day, no matter the obstacles. They embraced the grind, knowing that true success doesn't come from shortcuts or quick fixes. It comes from consistency, persistence, and the courage to keep moving forward, even when it feels tough. If you commit to being consistent, not only will you achieve your goals, but you will become the kind of person who is capable of handling the success that comes with them. Small steps lead to big wins. Stay consistent and the results will follow. We all encounter moments in life when the future seems uncertain and the path ahead is unclear. These moments of uncertainty can be terrifying, but they also hold the potential for incredible growth. When you walk through the unknown, you are being invited to trust God's unseen plan. It's in these moments of doubt and fear that your faith can grow stronger and your trust in God's timing deepens. God's plan for your life is often far beyond what you can comprehend right now. The unknown can feel like a vast ocean with no clear direction or landmarks in sight. But just as a sailor trusts the stars to guide him through the night, you must trust God to lead you through the fog. He sees what you can't see, and He knows the perfect timing for everything in your life. It's natural to feel anxious when you can't see the full picture, but that's where your faith comes into play. Faith means believing in what you can't see and trusting that God is working everything out for your good, even when it doesn't make sense. In those times when you feel lost or unsure, lean into God's promises and hold on tight. His plans are always for your good. Remember, sometimes the greatest blessings come from the most unexpected places. Trusting God with the unknown means surrendering control and having the confidence that He is guiding your steps. He will never lead you astray. Trust Him even when the future is unclear. Failure is not the end. It's often the beginning of something much greater. When you experience failure, it can feel like the world is crumbling, but in reality, it is an opportunity for a fresh start. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or potential. Rather, it's a lesson that brings you one step closer to success. The most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by avoiding failure. They rose from it. The key to overcoming failure is to understand that it doesn't define you. It refines you. Every setback holds the seeds of a comeback. When you face failure, take a moment to reflect on the lessons it offers. What can you learn from this experience? How can you use it to grow? The answers to these questions will guide you toward your next level of success. It's not how many times you fall that matters. It's how many times you get back up. In fact, your ability to rise after failure is often what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Failure is a stepping stone to greatness. With each failure, you gain more wisdom, strength, and resilience. Your comeback will be more powerful than the setback ever was, so don't let failure keep you down. Learn from it, grow from it, and use it as fuel for your journey forward. Your greatest success is often on the other side of your hardest failure. There are seasons in life where it feels like nothing is happening. You're working hard, praying, and doing everything right, but progress seems slow, and you wonder if it will ever come. But what you don't realize is that breakthroughs come in seasons. Sometimes the quiet moments of waiting are exactly what you need before the floodgates of blessings open. Imagine a farmer who plants seeds in the ground. He doesn't expect the crops to grow overnight. He understands there's a season for growth, a time for watering, and a time for waiting. Similarly, God has seasons for us. Some seasons are for planting, others for pruning, and some are for rest. Every season is necessary to prepare you for the next breakthrough. During these seasons of waiting, it's important to trust the process. God is working in ways you can't always see. You may not understand why things aren't moving faster, but remember that everything is happening according to His perfect timing. Your breakthrough is coming, and it will be more glorious than you could ever imagine. Trust that the season you're in right now is preparing you for the next level. Embrace it with faith and patience, knowing that in due time, everything will align. Keep your eyes fixed on the bigger picture and know that God is orchestrating every detail of your life. There will be times in life when you feel exhausted, when you want to quit, and when the weight of your dreams feels too heavy to carry. But it's in those moments of tiredness that persistence becomes your most powerful tool. Persistence is not about never feeling tired. It's about continuing to move forward even when you're weary. When you feel like giving up, remember that the finish line is often just around the corner. Many people stop just before their breakthrough because they don't realize how close they are. Success comes to those who refuse to quit, who push through the tiredness, and keep going even when the journey feels impossible. Persistence is what separates dreamers from achievers. It's the willingness to keep going, to keep trying, and to never give up on the vision God has placed in your heart. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. Even if you're moving slowly, you're still moving, and that's what matters. So when you're feeling tired, remind yourself why you started. Keep going. Your persistence will pay off, and the reward will be sweeter than you could ever imagine. In a world that often celebrates perfection, it can be difficult to embrace vulnerability. We fear being judged, criticized, or seen as weak. But what if I told you that your greatest strength lies in your vulnerability? Embracing your imperfections and being open about your struggles can create deeper connections and open doors to healing and growth. Vulnerability isn't a weakness. It's a sign of courage. It's the willingness to be real, to show your true self, and to let others see the parts of you that are broken. By embracing vulnerability, you allow others to see that it's okay to not have it all together. You create an environment where healing, growth, and transformation can happen. The need for perfection can be paralyzing, leading us to hide our true selves. But when you let go of that need for perfection and allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open up a world of possibilities. You give yourself permission to make mistakes and learn from them, and you give others the freedom to do the same. So don't be afraid to show up as you are, imperfections and all. Your vulnerability is not only beautiful, it's powerful. It's through your authenticity that true connection and healing happen. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles standing between you and your destiny. It keeps you stuck, afraid to move forward, and prevents you from stepping into the fullness of your potential. But here's the truth. Fear has no power unless you give it power. You have the strength and authority to break free from fear and step boldly into the life you are meant to live. Fear often disguises itself as protection. It convinces you that staying in your comfort zone is safer than venturing into the unknown. But the only way to grow is to face your fears head on. When you step into your fears, you are reclaiming your power. You are showing yourself that you are stronger than any obstacle that tries to hold you back. Every time you choose faith over fear, you grow stronger. You become the person you were always meant to be, bold, courageous, and unstoppable. Fear may try to hold you back, but when you recognize it for what it is, a lie, you can break free and step into your God-given power. Remember, fear has no hold over you unless you allow it to. You are more powerful than you realize, and when you take that first step toward overcoming fear, the world will open up to you in ways you never imagined. Letting go can be one of the hardest things to do, but it can also be one of the most freeing. We hold on to people, places, and things out of fear or attachment, but sometimes releasing what no longer serves us is the key to unlocking our full potential. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means making room for something better to enter your life. When you hold on too tightly to the past or to situations that have run their course, you prevent yourself from moving forward. The courage to let go allows you to step into a new season of life. It's a release of what is familiar, a leap of faith into the unknown, and an invitation to embrace what God has for you next. Letting go can be painful. It may involve saying goodbye to people or dreams you've held close. But when you make space by releasing the old, you allow new blessings to come into your life. God often has better plans than we can imagine, but those plans require room to grow. Trust that what you're letting go of is making space for something greater. Embrace the freedom that comes with release and step forward with faith that God is preparing something incredible for you. Patience is often one of the hardest virtues to practice, especially when you're waiting for something that feels urgent. But here's the truth. God's timing is always perfect. What may feel like a delay is often just a season of preparation. Trust that the time is coming, and when it does, everything will fall into place in the most perfect way. Sometimes we want things to happen on our timeline. We get frustrated when things don't move as quickly as we expect. But God's timing is never wrong. His timing is perfect, and He knows exactly when to release the blessings that are meant for you. Think about the story of Abraham and Sarah. They waited years for the promise of a child, and when it finally came, it was beyond what they could have imagined. Just like them, God has a perfect plan for you. You may not see it now, but trust that the right time is coming. When you learn to trust God's timing, you experience peace, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. You can stop rushing, stop forcing things, and simply rest in the assurance that God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should.